Welcome back. It's 2 p.m. Check your watch. I heard the music going and you're dancing in the office place and your office workers are looking at you like, what the heck is going on? It's 2 p.m. with the trigger. Hey, great to have you back here today. Yes, and it's Tuesday and the countdown is getting closer and closer to the Stand Out Summit. And we are looking for a great time. That's coming up on January 30th through February 3rd. A lot more on that. But again, today we're going to be putting the spotlight, having a great conversation with one of the amazing speakers, leaders that's going to be a part of this. Lisa Frederickson is with us today, and we're going to have a hot topic. I've never covered this ever, at least not in the way I think we're going to cover it today. Why coaches need to vet their clients. Yes, you can say no. So Lisa, without any further ado, Lisa Frederickson, welcome to 2 p.m. How's it going today?
It's going wonderful. Thank you for having me on the show.
I love this topic, being able to vet your clients, because so often, let's just kind of admit it, we're needy. We want to do our work. We want to help people. And sometimes we'll grab at anything. And I'm sure you're going to tell me that's so wrong, Trigger.
Yes. And the thing is that when we're, especially new coaches, we're grasping at straws to get in somebody, to prove ourselves, to have that money coming in because we want the revenues. But man, I tell everybody, put on the brakes. Make sure that you are getting to know your client. And if you have clients, I have a process I bring people through to actually audit their clientele. Yes, audit your clientele and see what you want, because the coaching situation is not a one-way relationship. It's a two-way relationship. And the way that it works the best, the way that you can give your ultimate value to that coach, is by making sure that you match up well and that you're answering those questions they need. And one of the big mistakes is coaches try to answer everything that their clients want. And I always tell my clients, because I get most of my work word of mouth. I haven't had a website or had a lot of stuff, and I'm a marketer, so I should have it, but I just don't, because I have a waiting list. And I tell my clients, well, they'll say, I would like to sign up with you. And I will answer to them, well, we'll see. And, what do you mean, we'll see?
Right there. That's like a game changer. Just that phrase of we'll see, instead of let me see how we can help you, or let's see what package we can make for you. To literally say we'll see immediately pauses the whole conversation.
Oh yeah, no, they're like, what do you mean we'll see? and so we get into this conversation, and I'll tell them that I basically hire and fire my own clients. If it's not working and it's not answering them, I'm very big about bringing that value to the table for them. And I can only bring certain talents. I can't be every talent to every person and every personality. So I want to make sure that when we match up really well, because then you just burst with results. And those results speak for themselves. And then everybody goes off and they're your evangelists. They go out and sing your praises, and then you get more people signing up.
So you've got your own company, Focus 7 Consulting. Again, yes. You have a list, though, of what you do. So let me check you on this. You're a business consultant, marketeer, product development, time management, author marketing coach, and online course development. Now, you said you don't do everything for everybody. Sure sounds like you do a lot for people.
Well, and you have to understand that first of all, I'm a learnaholic, so I'm a little bit eclectic in what I like to do. So I'll take on a project, master it, and then I'll start coaching in that. A long time ago, I did business investment, product development for large companies. Then I came in and I started doing my own coaching. And at that time, it was a real big trend to be an online coach. For marketing, to develop sales funnels and to create all those things. So I did that. And then I said, I'm bored with that. So I went on and started doing something with new sales funnels. And that's where I jumped into marketing and publishing for self-published authors. Had a blast in that for about 4.5 years. pulled out of that just recently, and now I'm back into doing online models for sales funnels. And I decided I love online courses, so we're going that direction. I've developed a lot of those before.
So even as you say that, as you try this, try that, I think that's also a learning lesson here is you're allowed to try, experiment, and really create
Have
yourself the way
fun.
you want to create. And
Yeah,
instead of getting stuck in a mold that everyone says, well, that's you, that's you. It doesn't have to be
yeah,
you forever, does it?
yeah. No, we have tons of different talents, and all of my talent of my coaching was focused on pretty much marketing. My strength is product development that leads to good marketing principles. So I even use that in my own coaching as well, in the sense that I match myself up and I make sure that I have that value proposition. So each and every single coaching adventure, we'll call it, that has been based on my strength, which is product development and marketing.
So, by the way, if you're streaming along today on the many different platforms, we're here at 2 p.m. Drop a question in the chat. We will fill your question, share it right here with us. Lisa, when it comes to vetting those clients, do you have a questionnaire, a thought process? Bring us inside a little bit. How do you do this in a way that's, I'm sure, classy, smooth, and doesn't come off like you're a jerk?
So I do have a 7-step process. I'm going to share some of that at the summit, and there'll be a nice freebie at the end that they can get that process. The process that I go through is I invite my people to a free session. I call it a discovery session. And it's really a discovery of who they are, what they want. Really, what are they wanting? If they don't know what they want, then I don't know how I can give it to them. So that's one of the first processes we go through, is to try to help that client get to a situation where they can either communicate what they want, or we part ways because they don't know either. And so I save myself a lot of trouble, because dealing with a client that doesn't know what they want, it just leads you nowhere. And it makes you feel like you don't know what you're doing.
So that's a really good point, because there's a lot of people that come to me and like, well, I want to get better at doing what you do, Rich. Okay. First of all, I have 30 years doing this. Let's just back that up a little bit.
Yeah.
So I can help you get there, but then it's a whole bunch of questions of it. Is it personality training? Is it vocal training? What are you looking for? And a lot of people, honestly, like you said, they don't know what they want. They just
Mhm.
want this. How do you help them crystallize that so you can vet them then?
If I feel like, so one of the things, I'm going to back up just a minute. One of the
Yeah.
things I do to vet my coaching clients is that when we do this discovery, I send them a form to fill out. And if they can't fill out the form, we don't even move forward. I have to have a client that will do homework, who will go out and see things. So when we do the form on it, there's a little bit of homework that they have to bring to the coaching session. There's some things they have to do. There's deadlines on it. So at first I want to see, will that client do the steps that they need to help me as a coach help them? So that's one of the first things that I do.
Well, hang on.
And
I'm going to stop there for a second, because that's like, okay, you're going to vet them, but you're pre-vetting them and you're testing them. You really are testing
yes,
to say, are you going to play my way? Because if you're not going to play my way, you're not even getting through the door again, are you?
no, no.
That's like a whole different mindset, Lisa. That people are not even thinking of that. I'm sure on most levels of, I'm going to check you at the door before I let you come into the door.
Well, you
What are the
have to,
results of that? How
because
many people don't fill it out on average? How many people don't fill it out?
I'd say it's probably 1 in 3 that never get their homework to me. If they come with all of those things on the table and they still don't know what they want, then I'm willing to take them into a kind of a sample package. And I'll start with suggesting a very short package deal with them for coaching. And then we'll take that time, and I'll explain that to them. I'm very upfront with my clients, and you have to be honest with your client. You can't be secretive kind of about what you're doing to a certain extent. You need to be honest with them. And I'm right up front with them. Listen, I have a list of people waiting for my services. So the thing is that if you want to get in with me and get this done, and then here's the results, I can bring you there. Then the thing is that they have to come up to speed for me. So and it's really for them as well. When I'm
Well,
talking to them, we'll have those little packages, and then they'll either decide within that time. And a lot of times they decide themselves that they're not ready yet.
now that
And we
one I've
take
had a
them.
lot where they're like, I didn't know
Yeah.
you were going to go there and there, or you have that. And they're like, whoa, I'm not ready to deep dive into that. They were looking for this. And then you
Mm-hmm.
offer them this. They're like, I have no idea what to do now.
Mm-hmm.
And they do throttle back, don't they?
Yeah. And I've had,
Well,
clients that we let go and then they came back around and performed properly.
do you have packages, or do you do this as I customize paint your own journey when you do your services?
I customize pretty much every package that I do with a client. But I do have general ideas. I have minimums of what I'll require and charge, but sometimes if I want a client, see, to me, working's fun. So, so part of this is for me, for them. And then,
Mhm.
and so I like to, if I like a client and I'm like, hey, I love this project. Yeah, I might bend the package rules a little just to get that person.
Have you had people come back to you and say, "Thank you for saying no to me. Thanks for vetting me because it made me better." Have you actually had people get into this and realize it was a good
I've
thing?
had people say, thank you for firing me.
Wow.
Um, I fired several of my clients, and that's basically because we weren't a good match and I had missed it. Um, but I refunded all their money, and we have good
Ah.
friendships, and everything's great. So
So now you refunded the money on that one, but is there a point where they've said yes, they've done all the vetting, they're into it, and then midway through, either they want to bow out or you realize this is never going to reach the finish line? Do you just say you paid this
I've
in,
never had
no
that
money back?
happen.
Really?
I've never had that. No, I haven't ever had it. In 25 years of coaching, I've never had that. And I've never actually had anybody ask for a refund either. I give refunds, but I've never had anybody ask for one.
Is that first vetting call, is that a free call, or is that considered part of your package pricing that's bundled? That this is a
The
prerequisite, so it is part of your
yeah,
package.
the first half hour is free, and we do that one. That's a real quick, short one, and we start to kind of get into things. The next package is about $250, and it's about an hour and 15 minutes, and that's the true discovery core of this. So, and then I apply that discovery session onto their package as a discount. So,
Now, we don't wanna give away the full summit because you're gonna do a great explanation, deep dive into
yeah,
this.
no,
Then
this is not everything in there. This is not the steps really. So this is not giving
so
away too
January
much.
30th or February 3rd, you're gonna be coming on which day?
I think it's February 1st.
Okay. And what would be one or two teasers as we kind of wind down here? What's one or two great teaser points for those that are realizing I need to vet my clients?
You need to vet your clients, and this is going to be explained in my talk, so that you can get top dollar for what you're doing and you can have fun. You want to be able to be a coach. There's a altruistic part of being a coach. You want to, it's not all about the money. Money's great, but it's really about having that badge that makes you feel that you have helped somebody, you've brought them across that journey in a way that just shines.
Mm.
And so when you do that, you feel better about yourself. You go out with more confidence. You know that what you're doing is great, and you can charge more. It immediately increases your ability to find clients that will pay higher premiums.
Final question as we wind down here. I'm just thinking of the people that are thinking they're going to swallow real deeply and say, I'm going to turn somebody away today. I'm going to vet them and realize,
Yeah.
taking Lisa's advice, I'm going to say no. What would you say to help them get over that hurdle of saying no?
I would say that you have to turn away a few things it's like a garden. You have to pluck out a few weeds to make it so that you have a harvest that is really bountiful. And when you get that harvest, yeah, it was hard to pull out some of the weeds. It was hard to pull out the rocks and things like that. But when you get to the end and you've got that really nice squash or something like that, you feel great about it. So just think of where you're going with it. Think of where you're taking your clients with it, and you'll be happy.
Lisa, are you looking forward to the Standout Summit? Are you ready to go?
I am ready.
Lisa Frederickson, again, she's from Focus 7 Consulting. She will be part of the five-day conference, the Standout Summit. And the whole idea behind this is we want you to stand out. We want you to be seen as a go-to expert. So we're bringing some of the best experts to the stage to help you learn stuff.
I appreciate it. I appreciate your audience too.
People have never thought about what you're going to talk about. I'm sure we're going to have a lot of people saying, I've never thought about this. So Lisa, thanks for being with us here today at 2 p.m. live. And again, don't forget, we're going to have in the chat box, in the links afterwards, how to connect with Lisa further. We're also going to be sharing the Standout Summit link so you can register and join it. But again, I would love to hear from you in the post chat on the different platforms you're on. Do you vet your clients? Do you do what Lisa says to do? Do you actually consider the value of your work, your expertise is something that's worth saying no if they're not ready to come on board? I'm looking forward to what Lisa is going to share at the summit. You do want to come and join us. And again, tomorrow night, we're back for How to Rock the Stage. I do want to let you know we have a great live streaming show. Again, multiple platforms coming together, but the Hall of Fame, world renowned, and I'm not joking here, former president of the National Speakers Association, author, speaker. He has over 32 books. Jim Cathcart will be our guest tomorrow night. We're going to have a great conversation with Jim about how to be that standout go-to expert even more. It's going to fit our overall weekly theme here. And come and join me, Jim Cathcart, ask your questions, and learn really more about this, setting yourself apart from the crowd as a standout expert that people want. And like Lisa said, the value goes higher and you can say no. Come back tomorrow at 2 p.m. live. We're going to do it again, 2 p.m. Eastern time. We're live every day, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. with The Trigger. Until tomorrow.